afternoon, everyone. Happy Monday afternoon. It is September 14th today. I got a little play on my name going on. Sometimes I go by Jungle Jane. If you guys ever come over to the training pit, I am known as Jungle Jane in there. So I'm wearing my cheetah print, my jungle background. It was also my nickname in college. Pretty much was a great way to stick in everybody's brain so they wouldn't forget me. So if you guys want to learn about the dark pools, please come over to thedarkpools.com. Check out the training pit. I just finished teaching all about IPOs, stock floats, stock splits there today. We cover a lot of great information for beginners as well as seasoned traders. So learn all about trading around the dark pool as well. If you guys are brand new to my channel, please go ahead, hit like and subscribe and turn on those notifications so you get to know when I go live, like right now. You don't want to miss what I have to say, because many times, right, bad scientists, John and Asif, you guys can attest that what I talk about can help you profit for sure. All right. Thank you guys for joining me today, and thank you guys for following me and motivating me to help share even more. All right, so you guys know we always check out the SPY, what is going on. I did talk about this on my Benzinga live webinar that I did for them, all about the dark pools on Friday. I don't believe it's out just yet, but when it is, I will go ahead and let you guys know. Hi, Kawakawa. Thank you, Asif. So with the SPY, I said, hey, you know what? If we go ahead and we close below this area right here, let's go ahead and actually extend this over, because we still have not broken out, right? We came down, it tested this level. This was back in January from 2020. So if we look, we are not breaking those levels before from January 2020. You can see this 425 EMA has been performing fairly well. My buddy Andrew, who was on yesterday, said, hey, check out that 39-minute candlestick, because it breaks up the day into 10 candlesticks. It makes it easy. I still like the 45-minute candlestick. So put it right here. So my 425 on the 45-minute candlestick never really hit there today, but we are right here, hitting this EMA right here, which is also right at one of the Camarilla lines. Also, how is the audio today? Can you guys hear me okay? Because I did attach a new mic. Actually, you know what? Let me see if I can. I don't know that I have. Let's see. Can you hear me better now? Does that make any difference? If I turn that on? How about that? Let me know, because I'm playing around with it and got a new mic. Maybe I just made you guys have an echo, so not sure. All right. So we've got the SPY. I wasn't convinced that we didn't close below 334 on Friday. I said, hey, if we close below 334, then likely we are going to go down further. They bounced it back up. Another reason potentially why. Well, look right here. We had 58% short volume. They keep creating what seems like bear traps on the way down to get people, shorts, to jump in, and then what do they do to them? What do you guys think they do? They squeeze them, force them to buy the shares that they are trying to sell, right? The psychological game of the market. So seems like they are somewhat stalling it right here. We've been here 45 minutes, hour and a half, add 2 hours and 15 minutes. We're going on almost 3 hours hanging out right up here at that 340, 3400 level on ES. And if you guys have not checked out Flowtrade, I did put all of the tools that I use. I know somebody asked me that. I use a bunch of different tools, and they're down in the description below. So check those out. Pretty much all of them have a free trial. so you can try them out for free if you like. And we're right here. Let's see if we're able to go ahead and close below this yellow trend line as well. This was a resistance and it keeps performing. We keep coming back to it. So curious to see when we're going to break out, but we've had now a large amount of sideways action on the market right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're now on our 6th day. So is this going to be the day where we're going to go ahead and really break down below 334? I'm going to go ahead and put an alert right there. Let's see. Oh, they heard me talking. Look at that. They're taking it down for us. No, just kidding. I have nothing to do with this. It's just the big guys. And reading the charts, reading the fact the volume is dropping, the stochastics are high, looking at the chart. Hey, every time the stochastics come down low on the 45-minute chart, what happens? Once it starts to reverse, it has a nice movement from 333 up to 337. Oh, okay, we started to curl over. Hey, guess what? We started to pull back, came back down again, back down to 331, and came up almost 10 points from that point right there. I do not use it as the only way to get in, checking the dark pool prints, where we are on the chart, where we are also on the daily. Looking at it right now, we might pull back further, right? If we go back, there we go. Let me zoom back in. We are testing our 8 EMA right at the moment on the daily chart. And I want to zoom in just in this area right here. Bear with me 2 seconds, guys. Right there. So back here, what happened when we dropped below 332.20? The next day we got down 9 points. We had this consolidation area up here before, and then we had that massive drop. We are having a similar type of consolidation right now. The moving averages are below us for the most part. I mean, we're below the moving averages on the daily chart. Let's check out our weekly. Are we still in an upward trend on the weekly? I believe we're not. I believe we're below the 4 and we are starting to roll down a little bit. No, we're still above it right here. Okay, so we're above the 4 at the moment on the weekly. Are we going to come down and cross below? I'm going to put an alert right there too. 335.50. I want to see. Yeah, it looks like they're forcing a lot of sellers. Short sellers to buy. Let's also check out Apple, right? I mentioned on my presentation with Benzinga that on the 9th of September, we had crazy sell volume. That was right here, right? We had crazy sell volume at close, like 6 million. I say sell because we are below it. Now, I got curious because I'm a curious person, and I look at the Form 4s. So just Googled Apple SEC Form 4, first one that came up. Look at this. CEO Tim Cook sold 265,000 for a nice 131 million on the 24th of August. So if we go back, 24th of August, that's right here, right? We're below that. Did he know something? Don't know, but he definitely banked nicely. Brian was working with FinTech to force broker to report short sell volume real time. I don't know. There's some that say that they report it in real time, but I don't know about that. I don't know if it's going to really happen, ASIF. It might. So I scalped a little trade off of Apple earlier, got in down here at 1380, and then rode it up to, it hit 1550, and I took profits right there. So I can delete that. Are we going to break below? We're just trading sideways, much like the SPY right now. Feels like today is a positioning day. Potentially tomorrow we will see big movement. We did have pullback on a holiday week. We've had roughly a 10% correction on the Qs, on the SPY. So maybe they were buying back in, right? On the Qs, We haven't broken up above. Like I said, my go-to for putting on my bull hat is above the 425 on the 45 minute. Right now, we're still hanging out down below. They're still consolidating or potentially dispersing right here. Remember, the market overall tends to be bullish. So as much as we're below the prints, I feel like I've become more cautious as a bull than a bear because it can go up so quickly and they do squeeze those shorts. However, we're starting to see that pullback, starting to see that sell-off. I'd put an alert right here. Hey, if we go below 269 today, there's a pretty good chance that all of this morning's volume was likely selling. All right, let's check out my list. So I had DPHC. This is a lower float, had it on my list today. Definitely missed it. I was teaching this morning, so Monday mornings tend to be more of a watch day for me. However, sometimes early, before 11 o'clock, I get a nice little trade on. So DPHC, nice low float runner right here. HCAC, same scenario, low float. Look at that, it's just sort of hovering right here. Doesn't look like it's had that much volume for today as of yet, but let's check it out. 2.4 million, average is 1.48, so roughly a million more, roughly 50% more. We also had Workhorse as a potential long, and sure enough, it's breaking out. Now, this list that you guys do see on my right, you can get that at cjanetrade.com, and it's super affordable. If you look in the description below, you will get a promo code right there as well if you want to try it out and sign up for a month or 3 months or 6 months or a year. So check that out. Oracle. So Oracle came out with news, or there was a leak that they were going to buy TikTok. It was halted this morning. Ended up that they are going to be I'm sure it's down here in the headlines, cloud partner for TikTok. So looks like they are going to offer them storage for all of their TikTok videos. What is low float under 20 million? John, are you asking what does low float mean, or which stocks that I mentioned today are low float? Right here. So these two are the low float stocks that were on my list for today. TPHC and HCAC, 7 million and 7.5 million. So low float meaning that there's not a lot of shares out there to be publicly traded. When you look at Microsoft, Microsoft has 7 billion in it. Intel has 61 million. That is much larger. Workhorse has 93 million. Oracle has 1.9 billion. Oh, you know what? They always announce China's trying to manipulate, I think, manipulate the market, potentially. We'll see. Technically, it gapped up, it came back, it pulled back, and let's take the camera and pivots off here, and let's put on a fib, and let's see if it came back to a retracement area. So it came down below the 61, came on up 78. So I would look and see, hey, if it can hold 58.80, my target would really be, well, hold on, let's look at the actual price action for here. If we put it here, came back to a 50, and it might be running on up to 63.42, then maybe even on up to 66 up there. But it came back to a 50% retracement, seems to have bounced. And out of curiosity, let's see if we have any dark pool prints on it. $59.84, so below us right now. $59.84, we had prints. All right. Yeah, so Asif, are you talking about, I do have my Bare Basics video that is available on my YouTube channel. That's going to be a video talking about basic terminology that's really It's kind of like stock market for dummies, but breaking down the terminology. So when you're starting out, there's a whole language of trading, and that's really important. And also that I do teach in the training pit as well, and I teach, you know, all variables of things there. But the training pit is really to help people all about trading, learning about the dark pools, what is a stock, what is an option, risk management, you know, all about floats, IPOs. We put everything in there to really help people. And then after that, there's a boot camp if somebody chooses to go to the boot camp. So thank you, ASIF, for sharing that I've helped you a lot. You've been a great student in showing up every day and asking some great questions. So that's what it takes. It takes dedication, it takes devotion, and patience in learning and paper trading. Tesla as well. Look at this. Tesla rocking up to 406. Went to our 200 simple moving average. Oh, my pleasure, Asa. So 406.51, and there's also a trader psychology course as well. If you go on my website, you can see that at Carpe Profit at Teachable right there. So look at that. We hit the 200 simple moving average on the 45-minute chart. We are pulling back right now. And again, here we have our stochastics curling over. Again, I don't use that as my sole indicator. I'm looking more at volume charts, everything like that. Prints, let's see, anything crazy come in at the 200? 175,000 at 400. If we go below 400, maybe we're going to see more of a downward turn. All right, any stocks that you guys would like to check out today? I will be on Ticker Talker at 1 o'clock, so I'll have to wrap it up a little bit. Also had Microsoft as a potential short, and it gapped up big time, much like the market, and now it's pulling back. Guild as well for a potential short. Why didn't it move on over? And it gapped up. Many times stocks are going to trade sympathetically to the market. So you can see things are bouncing up and they're hitting the moving averages that are above and pulling back on us. So it's a bigger picture time frame. Walmart had a big spike up, high volume. Now we're starting to come back down below. If we go back below the low of this candlestick here, 137.26, watch out. We will likely have a bigger move to the downside for Walmart. But it had a nice run up today with maybe even potential to that TikTok news. I think that's why it pulled back on Friday, was with Oracle and TikTok. Walmart, oh, we just did Walmart. And Zillow. Let's check out Zillow, right? Zillow Group. So Zillow on our 45-minute, let's pull it over here. And let's take this. Oops. Let's look at it on the daily as well as the 45-minute. Looks like we have a doji day, gapped up, tested volume profile right here, John, and now we're just sort of hanging out. It has lower volume. It looks like potentially will curl back. Let's draw a really quick trend line right here. Looks like we're testing that. If we were to break out and more volume comes in, potential move to the upside. However, right now, maybe there's some profit taking from the bag holders back here from the 3rd of September, and they are getting out, potentially. No guarantees there, though, but potentially. We could also do this. If we go here, the high here, and the high here. It's a bit more of a shallow trend line. So it might bounce up to 87.74 and then continue back down further. But it's a fairly steep downward trend on our 45-minute chart for today. When it bounced up above, it did pull right back. All right. As always, guys, I hope you have an amazing afternoon. Carpe Profit sees those profits one trade at a time. If there's anything you'd like to see in my videos, please put it in the comments down below. I do have an awesome video coming out tomorrow at 6 p.m. A little bit more about being an entrepreneur and business, so check that one out. And I will see you all tomorrow, 12:15. Have a great afternoon. Bye.